accurate with Jennifer Copeland and Rick Schutt. You're watching WSBT 22 News at 5.
A challenge to Catholics. That's how the Bishop of the Fort Wayne-South Bend Diocese is describing the latest writings from Pope Francis.
The 260-page Joy of Love is stirring some controversy since its release on Friday. WSBT-22's Caitlin Connon talked to Bishop Kevin Rhoades about what it all means.
As the name suggests, this writing is all about love. Bishop Rhoades says it's a beautiful reflection of family life, even when it takes what he calls less than ideal forms. Pope Francis is a pretty avid writer. Since he was selected, he's written 9 publications, including 2 encyclicals. Those writings focus on things that matter to everyday people, which has earned Francis the title of the People's Pope.
Pope Francis tends to be more concrete, and I think people like that. He will use expressions that are just, really people can relate to, and it's enjoyable.
This time around, Pope Francis spends a lot of time talking about non-traditional families, including those affected by divorce and those with single parents. Francis asks for greater tolerance and understanding, saying pastors are to avoid judgments that do not take into account the complexity of various situations.
Forgiveness is absolutely essential. I mean, we all make mistakes. Husbands mess up, wives mess up, fathers and mothers, children. If we can't forgive one another and try to help one another to grow, we're not going to get anywhere.
The bishop says that some of Pope Francis's writings have been controversial and challenging, but sometimes a challenge can be a good thing.
People need to open their minds and hearts to what he has to say. That doesn't mean that everyone has to agree on every single thing, but I think we're called to have open minds and open hearts.
One major point of controversy is how to deal with parishioners who have gone through divorce. Right now, church policy prevents divorced Catholics from receiving communion. Pope Francis wants to find a way to welcome those people back.
We lament the fact of so many failed marriages and broken families. Well, that's not very helpful just to lament that. We need to do something about it, and I think that's what the Holy Father's emphasis is.
This is a really long publication. Bishop Rhoades said it's going to take a long time for these writings to be put into practice.
All right, so once people really have time to digest this, does the bishop think that people will like what they read?
He does. He's actually already set aside a few sections that he wants to make required reading for his flock.
That's very interesting. Caitlin, thanks very much.